Where were we going here?
The soundtrack question.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
Is there a particular song or like a moment in your life that just you associate with music, and it's kind of, you can't separate them? It's like the soundtrack.
Like you were listening to Sepultura when your daughter was born.
Actually, there's a song that I really love, and I love Brandi Carlile. I know I mentioned her a lot. She's got good gravel.
You haven't mentioned her a lot tonight.
Okay.
For those who are wondering,
right, so
we
there
did
is a
this
song.
interview once before.
Oh, stop.
And if you have enough money, perhaps I can get you a copy of it.
No.
It just so happens I was waiting for y'all to call, and an old haunt called. And instead of mixing one cocktail, I mixed two.
She was drinking and dialing, folks. Anyways.
Listen.
Look, I'm not going to say
that's
anything.
going in the bin, Nick.
Do you know
We've all been there.
Wait, no, if you want to know what the real takeaway from it is, and I would have had no idea that you were drinking at all, but I'm pretty sure you mentioned Drones by Muse every 3 minutes in the conversation.
I want to tell you, though, that's a pretty badass album.
It did not matter what question I asked. Somehow it was, you need to go listen to Drones. And I'm like, I've listened to Drones. It was super funny.
We've all been there.
But have you listened to Drones, Nick? Have you listened?
And by the way, and I'm pretty sure I told you that a few times in the episode.
Okay. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, you double checked a lot that time, though.
I do. If I'm nothing, if I'm not thorough.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Due diligence.
Made sure that I knew that I needed to listen to Drones and that you were anti-war as fuck.
I am. That's one of my biggest passions. Yeah. I'm anti-war, and I'm very much against what's going on with the police state here in the United States.
Yeah.
But I was thinking back to like Soundtrack of Your Life, and I love Brandi Carlile. She's one of my favorite singer-songwriters, kind of like a folk blues rock. She has killer gravel in her voice. But there's a song called Wilder, We're Chained. And I believe it's actually about the birth of her niece. She has a mom now. But it's about when you give birth to a child and what you wish for them in life. And it just reminds me everything about my oldest daughter when I had her, which did change my life. She was a very happy accident and changed my life for the better. I would have been going down stupid paths and doing stupid things and not having a lot of purpose. And kids have a way of giving you a really good, noble purpose. And so I don't even know if philosophically I'd be in the same place that I am, or with my faith, if I hadn't had her. It's a good tune. You should listen to it.
That's awesome.
Way to get all heartfelt.
I know.
Aww.
Well, but makes me think of Armand. Aw.
Yes, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and it's people say it all the time, and it seems like it's just so this cheesy line, but you don't know how much you love somebody, your child, until you first see them, and you're like, holy crap, I just made this person, and I love them more than I can imagine.
I really loved my kid when they handed her to me.
Yes.
And then I had a cat for 2 years. And then when she could start talking, I started to like her again.
I'm a cat person too.
Yeah.
I'm actually on the hunt for a cat because I love cats, and then my girls want one too. But someone told me it was that that you're going to be single forever if you have a cat who you call Mr. for a first name.
Oh God.
If you're single and if you're 40, which I'm not 40 yet, but I'm making sure. I've got to make sure that I have a really badass name for this cat that I'm going to adopt. So, yes, because my last cat, did happen to be Mr. T. So
that's awesome.
Not the Mr. T experience, though.
No, he did pity the fool, though.
No, there you go. That's all you need.
Yeah.
You people are good human beings. It's so weird.
Now, speaking of soundtracks, did you listen to any of that Patty Griffin? Which I know she's probably not up your alley, but she's a fantastic songwriter.
I didn't listen since our last conversation. I have listened to her before, and I there is definitely a headspace that I get in when that is the music that I need, and she's awesome for that.
Yes. her and Brandy are on my playlist, and just random weird crap is mixed in there too. So
Yeah, and that's awesome because it keeps me from listening to like Paula Cole and Alanis Morissette, which is like the slumming version of that kind of music,
it
basically.
is. Yes.
You shush your goddamn mouth.
Oh, you like Paula Cole?
No,
I don't
fuck
like-
Paul. Fuck Paul Cole. I love Alanis Morissette.
Oh no, I love Alanis Morissette too, and I mean,
Jagged Little Pill was an awesome album. It was
Yeah.
for its time, but now I listen to it and I just think, although there's that one bonus track,
oh yeah,
I still love that bonus track.
yeah. No, it's it is a thing that it is, and
Yes,
it's something. All right, well, the big question.
And there's
Yes.
a big question.
There is a big question. If you
You're gonna
could,
take all of this question.
okay, too early
Lord.
on a Sunday morning for all of that right now.
wow.
Just took a turn. Anyways, if you could recommend 5 albums for people to go out and listen to, just like you should know this exists, what would they be and
For the
why?
record, the other night it was drones 5 times.
Well, I would say number 1, Drones.
There you go.
And why is that?
It is a really good anti-war album, and I think Muse is amazing too, and so that would be on there. Would definitely say The Story by Brandi Carlile, which was one of her first big albums, is really good. There was a band I didn't mention because I knew you guys were going to make fun of me.
Bring it.
Okay, it's Delta Ray. I really like them.
Somehow I think that's not it.
Okay.
So,
So
and
tell me
I believe it
about
was
Delta Ray,
self-titled,
because
their
the
first one.
name sounds familiar. But what kind of music is that?
Okay, well, they did have a few popular tunes. It's kind of like this. I want to say this like this Cajun folk pop rock type stuff.
Interesting.
A little bit of
Elvis
Fleetwood
Cajun.
Mac. A little bit of Fleetwood Mac in there.
Okay.
Well, which parts of Fleetwood
and I-
Mac?
Well, it's 2 girls and 4 guys, and they all do a lot of like harmonies, vocals with like a rock beat, lots of drum beat.
Can we kick the Stevie Nicks one out of there though?
Cool.
Oh, I don't like Stevie Nicks.
I'm a
I don't know. I don't want to say I don't like her.
guy.
It just
Oh,
depends.
no. She sounds like Tiny Tim.
Huh?
She's got this weird yodely thing in her voice. I'm not a big fan.
Well, but this is
You
the
just need
guy
to
who
write in
loves
there.
Fran Drescher, remember? So
Oh, this is true.
it kind of goes together when you think about it.
Yes. Did we talk about Michael Jackson?
Not yet, no.
Because that's some great pop stuff. So, gosh, I don't know. I guess Thriller would probably be on there.
Can't go wrong with Thriller.
Delta Rays. Or what would be my 5th?
Thriller is a comedy.
Probably Beethoven's Ninth Symphony would be on there for sure.
Nice.
And what is it that you
Getting a
think
little
is
classical
so
in there.
important about Beethoven?
Beethoven, well, number 1, he was just an awesome composer. But I love his story. I'm sure you know it. Most musicians do. When he, at the end of his life, he went deaf.
Yeah.
And he wrote that symphony. And do you know what he did to write? He would put his ear down to the floor and feel the vibrations and write music. I mean,
That's
that guy's
pretty impressive.
brain was, and if you listen to the Ninth Symphony, it's like the heavens just open and explode. It's amazing. I can't imagine having that kind of talent. I'm really happy if I make a good meme.
Brian
I'm just
Wilson.
like, damn, that's good.
You are good at those, though. You said you were gonna plug some meme stuff.
Oh, yes. So I do co-admin, I've been with these guys for a few years, some meme pages. So I did want to give a shout out because we're growing them and we're doing some other stuff. And that's coming up.
You
That'll
can't
be
grow
cool
too
too.
much, right?
Right. Well, I'm scared. We're getting to 35,000 now on In God We Mean. And we've noticed a real bad zuckening. We used to have so much good interaction. We would do this thing called Debate a State of Sunday. And there's a lot of we have a lot of conservatives just because the name God's in there that come over. Had some really good conversations. And it's a cleaner page. That's the way we run it on purpose. But we do have a sister page, which we do Insta, Twitter, and it's connected to In God We Mean, but it's daily updates on whether taxation is theft or not.
Okay.
So you want to go at daily updates. We're on some other platforms there. We get a lot of interaction there, but it's just super informative. So every day with a meme or some really poetic words, we let you know if taxation is still theft. So we're doing a really good service to the
Nice.
community at large.
Yeah, I came across
That one's just for fun.
some Christian meme page, and I was like dying laughing, and I have no idea how it got in my feed, and it was
Yeah, Liz is still marveling, I think, at the number of Christians in libertarianism. And
Yeah.
like she didn't realize
for sure.
she didn't realize like that Godarchy and anarcho-Christian were things.
right.
Yeah, and
I think it's actually probably the larger percentage of libertarians are those things.
I would agree. But, well, because I think if you with your faith, if you take your faith personally, not hurting people and not taking what is theirs and not submitting to an authority that other than Christ would be very much the same as practicing your faith. It's a natural progression. Yes, I know. I'm one of those no king but Christ people, but it's true.
I'd say no
That's
king,
that's what we do
including
thank
Christ,
God we mean, but we have some other pages too, which are just silly, but those are the two biggest ones. So we're trying to grow daily taxation right now, just because it, for some reason, hasn't really seen the zuckening that in God we mean. We could reach up to millions just through our reach, and it's so pathetic. If I share Police the Police 2.0, like I shared last week, and we've been off a little bit. It literally had 136 people reach. That just didn't happen. We would get at least a few thousand, if not tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands.
Wow.
So, it's obvious what's happening, and I expect any day that we'll be chopped. So, but we've moved to other platforms, and I'm working on a pretty cool project. So,
Cool.
Nice.
yes.
Nice. We're not expecting to see you go the way of Chris Spangle anytime soon.
Hey, listen, I got a lot of respect for Chris. He's got a cool thing going on, and
Oh no, I wasn't commenting on Chris. I was commenting on the fact that he, just has the dude from Liberty Muse on, and he. Sorry, my shit.
make fun of him for that.
Sorry. I'm not making fun of him.
Because our
I just feel
we call
bad.
him Admin 1. Okay.
I feel bad.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I like him, but he is. It's to me, it was the strangest thing because as far as libertarians go, and I'm pretty sure he would agree to this. He's kind of a milquetoast libertarian.
Oh well, yeah.
He's very middle of the road.
He's more about.
It's not.
being
It's
like
not that he's
that.
not principled or anything like that. It's just he's not like a firebrand anarchist like you or I would be. And so the fact
Oh
that
right.
somehow he got zucked and not Mance Raider is insane to me.
Well, it was because of that interview. It's blatantly obviously. I've talked to him about it.
Yeah.
What they did, because he's never been beyond. And part of what he does is try to be a bridge for people just
Absolutely.
kind of learning about things. And that's kind of what I want to do with my next project, is to kind of bridge these different shades of libertarianism together to maybe grow something better. Yeah.
So
That's another. Oh, I've got a lot of good stories about that. We'll have to.
we'll have
Yeah,
you on
totally.
again. Anyway, so this has been
yes.
a wonderful interview.
Yeah,
there,
we're gonna let you
Tricia.
go to work.
It's way too early in the morning for me, but that's fine. I'm
Yes.
complaining about this, and I technically got an extra hour last night, was it?
I know, right? Figure that out.
I'm still going to complain about it because that's me.
You just cheated Father Time, Nick.
No, I fucking Father Times stole shit from me before this. So
He's gonna screw with you tonight, though. That's
I
for
need-
sure.
Right.
I need more
Settle
caffeine.
the score. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's just because I'm up till 4 a.m. every day.
Right.
Yeah, you guys are crazy, but you know what? You did make those sacrifices for your daughter so that you can, and I think that's pretty awesome.
She's
Hashtag
totally
more
worth it.
libertarian millionaires.
There you go.
Yes. We've almost achieved it by the end of this episode.
Yes.
It's anarchy, and we're all millionaires.
I gotta
Hooray.
get hold of it. All right, well, it's been a fantastic conversation, Tricia.
Thanks.
Okay, guys. Thanks so much. Take care.
Cling to your rule, it will till your